It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Denver Nuggets. Denver comes into this one after the win against Oklahoma City. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. And tonight we'll be watching Nick Vucevic do his thing. Vuce, one of the better big men in the league at putting the ball on the floor and attacking the rim. Just how beneficial is that for a big man to have in their skill set, big man?
Well, first of all, anybody with a Vic in their last name is a heck of a player.
Why is that?
Stojakovic, Petrovic, and my favorite, Onilovic.
What about
anyway?
Maravich?
Oh, don't forget Maravich. Good job, Kenny. But this coach, he lets Vucevic play out on the high post more often, and he has a very quick first step. I love Vucevic.
Well, he creates a lot of mismatches because of the mid-range game that he has. For a big guy to get in that mid-range area, attacks the rim, he is tough to guard.
And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. That was awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We're live in the Rockies, the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, Colorado, as the Nuggets try to defend their home court. Taking a look at Orlando. They're facing a lot of challenges, fellas, in this upcoming part of the schedule. They're faced with a lot of tough battles away from home.
And when I look at Orlando, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense, one of the most underrated players in the game. Hey, getting some early returns on the season, Brent, for top teams that are already looking great. How early is too early to start thinking about things like home court advantage?
Well, it's kind of like Christmas, Kevin. It's never too early to start thinking about the home court advantage. You know, and a lot of veteran teams would tell you that they're not concerned about whether their game would travel come playoff time. But home court advantage is something that they would all like to have, trust me.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Elfrid Payton is out there with Simmons. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot. On defense, Orlando. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Here's Payton. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Gordon a screen. Baseline jumper. Payton can't get it to go. On defense, Orlando. Harris outside. Murray dishes to Millsap. And the layup's good off the glass. Millsap's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Over Jokic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
Pass to Murray to the left side wing. Jokic kicks to Murray. It's hauled in by Gordon. Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Orlando.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
So it's Denver now. Murray with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's in there. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the defense presents itself there, but Millsap just too big inside from that spot.
There's the pick. Inside and stolen by Murray. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And it's blocked by Gordon. Now here's Payton. He's covered closely. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down. And Elfrid Payton, the 10th pick back in that 2014 draft. And remember, the Magic looked at him as their point guard of the future. And last season, at times, he was coming off the bench. And it's been about that lack of progress as a shooter that I think is the biggest concern with this team.
Free throw off from Payton. And for Elfrid Payton, shooting has always been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, as a defender, passer, penetrator, I think he's solid, but shooting has become so important in our league right now. He needs that perimeter shot to really have a chance to get to the next level.
Now Payton following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And Simmons kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. The pass to Vucevic. 5 on the clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his third rebound on the night. Here's Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Jokic always with the heads-up display there, looking attentive, and a fantastic job of finding the open man.
Payton passes to Gordon. Payton outside. Gordon a screen. Vucevic dishes to Payton. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. The shot by Chandler wide open. And the three off target. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Gordon. Paul Millsap with the rebound. And Harris wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Payton kicks to Ross. The offensive rebound. Vucevic in a wide open look for Simmons. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 4. For the 3, Chandler. And again, Denver no good. Orlando's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. No good from Simmons.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
And the 3 ball is good. Harris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Magic trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Payton outside. The feed to Simmons. Picked by Vucevic. Simmons passes to Ross. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ross has got his first 2 points.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Murray kicks to Jokic. It's stolen by Vucevic. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Payton outside. They set the pick. Dishes to Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Ross. Over Chandler. Shot clock at 6.
A real struggle to shoot the ball in that first quarter.
No good from Ross.
And you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Jokic, no good. The Magic trail by 5. 3-on-3. Ross dishes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Here's Murray. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Outside Millsap. Chandler against Ross. Just 5 to shoot. And too long on the shot. Chandler's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And Ross with the slam.
As athletic a move as you're going to see right there. Unreal.
How about the hang time on that thing? Wow. And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Brent, each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you 1 bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the line, and then 1 LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I will say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
And Orlando has possession after the Nuggets pick up 2. Isaac misses.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
There's the dish to Plumlee. And it's sent back by Spates.
Not known as a shot blocker, but the effort from Spates got him in the right spot, and he affected the shot.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Matt.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
They set the screen. There's Azania. He's guarded by Arthur. A 3, and Azania gets it to go. Azania's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now here's Plumlee looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Barton. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And a great job on the screen and roll with Barton. Really so effective in how he's using his body on that play.
The Magic trail by 4. Here's Azania. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Kicks to Spates. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shelvin Mack. That's his first foul. Now here's Moutier. His last outing, he had 8 points. He kicks it to Barton. 5 to shoot. Passes it to Fareed.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Now here's Moutier. T right on him. Plumlee with a screen on a Flalo. Barton passes to Plumlee. Uncovered. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Here's Azania. He's got 6 to the right side. Mack, no luck.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And here is Arthur. He dishes it to Moutier. Here's Plumlee. Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. And Mack has it in the corner. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Magic lead by 2.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shelvin Mack. That's foul number 2 for him.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back if he wants to stay on the floor. 2 fouls in the first. Tough to overcome.
.121 left in the first quarter of the game. Feeds it to Arthur. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Barton. Not enough on that one as it misses. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range in the first quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
That free throw, no good. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team's not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seemed to do that with great effectiveness.
Good on the second free throw. Craig, it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least 1 championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. There are a fair amount of explosive point guards in the league, and Moutier is right up there with the best of them. Brent, the way he can just blow by a guy and rise up is incredible for a guard his size.
Yeah, Moutier can cover a lot of space with just one dribble. So take up the ground that's being offered up to you by your defender. It's just tough to remain consistent with that kind of shot attempt night after night over the top of defender and with contact. We'll see as he progresses how that goes.
Now here's Arthur. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Moutier. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Moutier's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Now Mack. Spates sets a screen. And here's a follow for three. That one, no good. It's all tied in Denver. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Cleaning the glass. I mean, right from the jump. And that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that you're coming at them all night long.
The Nuggets shooting for the game at 42%. So on the floor for Orlando. Shelvin Mack is out there with a follow. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Isaac in at the 4 slot. The Magic shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And Mack kicks to Hezonja. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Moutier. Barton outside. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Spates sets a screen. Pass to Hezonja. Down low. Aflalo. That's good. Aflalo's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Aflalo's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Moutier kicks to Barton. He feeds it to Arthur. Aflalo against Barton. There's the pass to Moutier. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 3. The Nuggets keeping it alive. The new 24. The feed to Barton. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Screen by Fareed. Arthur. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Arthur.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Orlando, they have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Brent, you have 2 championship rings. Some guys would kill for 1. Talk about a season where you thought you would capture a title, but for some reason it just wasn't meant to be.
It's interesting, after the 2005 championship in San Antonio, coming back in 2006, I thought we were destined to get the job done that very next year. And it's funny how slight the difference is between a championship season and just a contending season, Kevin. An injury, a bounce, a foul, a free throw. It makes you appreciate the fragility of what a championship season is all about.
Well said. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Mudiay spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Ross. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Ross has got his third bucket of the night. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Murray dishes to Harris. Pass to Murray. Chandler a screen. Murray kicks to Chandler. Passes it to Jokic. Fires from 14. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Nuggets lead by 3. Payton outside. Dishes it to Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
That one is off. The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws.
And really the Nuggets, a stronger team than many had predicted last season. One area that troubled them was the defensive end. And when they would lose, it was usually by being unable to come up with consistent stops.
Now here's Gordon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from Elfrid Payton. Millsap has the open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Now it's a 6-point Nugget lead. And for the Nuggets and their defensive issues, Greg, a lot of it stemmed from their lack of rim protection.
Yeah, and the inability to challenge shots in general, for that matter. And they also had problems applying pressure and forcing turnovers as a team. At the bottom of the league in terms of turnovers forced. A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now here is Harris. 6 points for him. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Vucevic. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight. The Magic trail by 5. Payton outside. The dish to Gordon. Back to Payton. Puts up a 3. A second chance effort. And Vucevic with the layup.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Millsap a screen on Payton. Murray kicks to Harris. Millsap a screen. Shot clock at 6. Murray with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. They get it back. Jokic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Vucevic.
And Jokic, even though we look at his body and you don't think he plays physically, he can do that.
Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position. But he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
I think what I appreciate about Jokic is the hard work that he continues to put in. Not only what he wants to do, but what his brothers want him to do. And that's not waste this opportunity to become the best player he can be.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Hey, Brent, you made the NBA playoffs in your second year. Talk about the mental preparation that goes into one's first postseason as a player.
I think it's always a special time, Kevin, just because of the unknown factor. And at that time, it was the Clippers, my second season, a team that was very young and inexperienced. And so it was all fresh and new. And the biggest challenge for any coach in that sort of predicament is to make sure that players are on task and focused. We certainly were not. The Utah Jazz took care of us, and that's because of one John Stockton and Karl Malone.
And nicely done, running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Now here's Chandler. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Payton attacking. Kicks it to Vucevic. Over Jokic. The Magic again can't hit.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, Murray just pulling right up on the defense. Great at shooting off the dribble.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, 2 clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Well, kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff, and then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
Now here's Payton. He kicks to Vucevic. Shot to stop the run, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Over in the corner, Chandler. Another 3 for Denver.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Payton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Magic have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line. No good on that one.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. I mean, you've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
Now Payton following the 3-point attempt by Jokic. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
Payton kicks to Ross. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. NBA official, NBA referee, Brent, has to be one of the toughest jobs in the world. There's been a lot of talk about adding an official to the court. Would that make a difference?
You know, I'm thinking, Kevin, that's like asking 4 of my buddies to add a 5th guy to go out and they're all single. That means there's another guy I got to compete with. So maybe we don't have another set of eyes on the NBA game. Lots of physicality, lots of pushing and shoving. You may see more foul calling, which will slow down the tempo and the rhythm of the game. I'm not sure that's the best idea for the league.
So then adding the Secaucus and the extra eyes in New York to look at calls, I think that might take the place of adding the official.
I think the league has done a great job, Kevin, having Secaucus now have the ability to make some of those calls to help speed up what we do with regards to the replay.
Simmons missing again. The Nuggets leading by 11. Harris inside the line. And again, Denver no good.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Denver's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Murray, no good.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
Chandler with the steal. And here we go with Chandler running it up the court. Mack grabs the miss. The Magic trail by 11. Feeds it to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Denver calls timeout. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Magic also changing it up. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Gordon. And it's a Flalo in for Ross. Barton picks to Moutier. Plumlee with the screen. Martin with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. Just 5 to shoot. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Barton's got 4 points this quarter.
Unbelievable finish with the defense right on top of him. That takes a ton of focus.
Mack the pass to Spates. Here's Mack, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's a Flalo penetrating, rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Barton, and he makes good on the layup. Barton's got 8 points.
Will Barton actually showing signs of strength, willing to take those shots, even though the defense is all over him.
Now here's Mack, defended by Moutier. And Simmons kicks to Mack. Off the pick. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got his 5th rebound in this one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The 11-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Magic trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Simmons kicks to Spates. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Barton in the corner. Fareed, and it's put back in by Fareed. Fareed's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, you have got to box out the manimal on the glass. If not, he'll eat you alive like he did there with the offensive rebound and putback.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Here's Barton. The Magic getting the bucket. He dishes it to Plumlee. Barton passes to Moutier. Fareed setting the pick for Moutier. Shoots off the screen. They get it back. Fareed, no good.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And here's the fast break from 11 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's a Flalo penetrating. Here's Isaac. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's the Denver Nuggets 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no accident. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you've dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
The Denver skyline looking absolutely gorgeous tonight as we return to the Mile High City. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Terrence Ross with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Vucevic with the block. Ross on the wing. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Chandler.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
Now here's Payton following the miss by Paul Millsap. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Now here's Payton. Simmons on the wing. He feeds it to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. And Denver has possession after the Magic pick up 2. To the middle. It's tipped. It's stolen by Vucevic. Gordon dishes to Simmons. Back to Gordon. Payton outside. Here's Ross. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also,
their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And the first one drops. And when the Nuggets are clicking on offense, Greg, they are a joy to watch.
You know they are, and one reason is because they're one of the better passing teams in the league. And right near the top in terms of assists per game last season. And all players on this roster at all positions look to make that extra pass to get an easy bucket.
And both free throws good for Ross. 90 seconds now into the second half. Murray kicks to Harris. The pass to Millsap. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Jokic sets the screen for Harris. The Nuggets with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Payton kicks to Gordon. Harris against Simmons. It's good. That's 10 points for Gary Harris.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Now here's Simmons. Picked by Vucevic. Payton passes to Gordon. To the inside. Millsap with the steal. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Baseline J on the way. Here's Jokic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Jonathan Simmons. Second free throw, no good. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
Yeah, and boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up. Still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance. He conceded he might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. Now here's Chandler. 7 points in the game. For 3, Harris. They get it again. Millsap misses.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Here's Hezonja. 9 points in the game so far. Payton attacking. Count that one. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Murray dishes to Millsap. Back to Murray. And here's Jokic. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Chandler's shot, good.
Jokic and passing go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Well, last season was just so huge for Wilson Chandler. So many people rooting for him after missing the entire 2016 NBA season and came back to have a very strong year. Averaged 15 points, shot about 46% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and at times was the best offensive force that his team had to offer.
And here is Payton. Wilson Chandler getting his 3 to go. Payton kicks to Gordon. Pulls up, high post. Payton can't get that one to fall.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Lasagna, the pass to Ross. And he makes that one. Ross has got 4 points this quarter. For Chandler, his absence was felt when he sat out all of 2016. Brent, he's a player who can, as you've said, give a team so much versatility with his skill set and ability to fill positions.
Well, he acts as a jack of all trades for any ball club that he's playing for, and you can play him basically from the 2 to the 4 spot, and he can make tons of contributions to you offensively.
Harris misses.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Here's Jokic following the bucket by Orlando. Another miss by Jokic.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
They grabbed their own miss. Gordon, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Now Chandler. 10 points for him. The feed to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists in the game.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Now here's Payton. 5 points in the game. Pass to Gordon. Over Millsap. Here's Lasagna. Back to Payton. Ross dishes to Vucevic. Shoots the 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. Harris passes to Murray. Right side Millsap. From the arc. Doesn't go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Lays it up off the glass.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Isaac comes in for Gordon. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Ross. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Payton. Now here's Barton. He's got 8. And Fareed picks to Moutier. Plumlee sets the pick for Moutier. And another miss by Denver. The Magic trail by 7. Out to the wing. Here's Isaac. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, of Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis. And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility
and can be a nightmare in transition.
Down low. And Fareed the bucket on the assist for Moutier. 8 points for Kenneth Fareed.
That's just smart basketball. Ideally, you love for all of your shots to come from that spot.
Here's Azania. 9 points in the game so far. Aflalo outside. Makes it off the glass. Aflalo's got 6.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Barton kicks to Fareed. Back to Barton. Rebound by the Magic.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Right wing. Now here's Matt. He's guarded by Arthur. Spates sets a screen, and here's Aflalo for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aflalo. Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. The Nuggets in second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Martin with it. He's got 8. Fareed, a screen on Aflalo. Martin dishes to Fareed. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Mack on top, defended by Moutier. Here's Isaac. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. The Nuggets leading by 6. Passes it to Arthur. Dishes it to Moutier. Back to Arthur. There's the triple. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Spates has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now here's Matt. He has 5. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Back to Mack. Pass to Spates. A 3-ball. No good on that one. Plumlee with some nice D. There's the dish to Moutier. Kicks to Barton. Plumlee with the screen. Martin with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Goes back up. It's deflected. They retain possession. Plumlee with the screen. Up top, Barton. He's got 8. Plumlee with the screen. Now here's Arthur. He's covered closely. And now in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. Here's Azania. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
Shooting 2.
That's good from Azania. And so he makes both from the line. The Nuggets leading by 4. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the 3rd. Got a piece of it. And here is Mack. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Spates. Over Plumlee. And Spates gets it to go. Spates has got his first points of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Fareed setting the pick for Moutier to the paint. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
And Kenneth Fareed, the Manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game. And you see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league, but still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
And the first one at the line is good. For Fareed, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. Brent, there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Fareed might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The Manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
There's 47 seconds left in the 3rd. Now Mack. He's got 5. Out to the wing. Over Moutier. Mack, no luck.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
That's good from Moutier on the assist by Barton. Moutier's got 5 points so far.
And Moutier collects himself, sees where he is on the floor, and simply rises up.
Here's Mack, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Isaac. And a follow wide open. He shoots. A 3-pointer off the mark. Moutier. No good. Shot missing. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Play for each other, creators and receivers. Okay, share the ball. Here we go.
On everyone on the same page offensively, Frank Vogel saying to each man, do it for your teammates.
And, you know, I love the fact that he's promoting the spirit, the camaraderie between his guys. When they're working together, they are a lot harder to stop.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. Aflalo is out there with Isaac. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Mack in at the point. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. The Nuggets leading by 6. Fareed, a screen on Simmons. Here's Barton. Knocks down the step back Jay. Barton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Nuggets. The Magic shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Simmons against Barton. No good from Simmons. Denver's shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Barton in the corner. Orlando grabs the miss. Isaac's got 4 rebounds in this game. Aflalo fires, and right on target. Good. And Denver has possession. Moutier kicks to Arthur. Feeds to Barton. Here's Fareed. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
It seems as if Fareed is hitting from anywhere on the floor right now. He's taking mostly good shots and burying them.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
So for the Magic, Gordon's checked in for Isaac. Terrence Ross comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Mack. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said, if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Spates. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Denver leading by 8. Murray kicks to Millsap. Tries it from 19. Second shot opportunity. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, a good job around the rim of Jokic getting in great position and then using his huge frame to snatch up that rebound.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Payton passes to Simmons. He dishes it to Gordon. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
They set the pick. Murray kicks to Harris. Three-pointer. And it's Spates with the rebound. The Magic trail by 11. Down low. Here's Gordon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the first one at the line is good. Gordon hits both of them. The Nuggets leading by 9. Jokic with his screen on Payton. There's the screen. Ross against Chandler. The pass to Jokic. From past the arc. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Simmons kicks to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Simmons. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast. Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
He hits both from the stripe. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy.
Drills the three-pointer.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Now here's Payton. Spades dishes to Payton. That one doesn't go. And the Nuggets going the other way. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Murray kicks to Millsap. Harris outside. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. For the three, Chandler. Chandler with another miss. The Magic trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off and forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Here's Jokic. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Payton passes to Gordon. Over Millsap. And that one goes long. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Chandler, no good. On offense, here are the Magic. They trail by 16. Payton dishes to Vucevic. Jokic grabs the miss. Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Chandler. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Ross with it. Now Chandler defending. Ross kicks to Gordon. Back to Ross. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Chandler.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Ross.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here is Harris. He feeds it to Chandler. Millsap a screen. Over Ross. And another miss by Denver.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Simmons passes to Gordon. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Down low, it's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Ross. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 19 points for Terrence Ross.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
Murray kicks to Harris. This one for 3. Good on the three-point shot. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Here's Payton. And it's sent back by Jokic. For 3, Harris. Harris missing again.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now here's Payton. Here's Gordon.
Oh, yeah, look out! Get out the mustard. I mean, we got a hot dog in the house.
Oh, baby, slam it down.
If I didn't see that for myself, I might not have believed it.
Murray with it, covered by Payton. Millsap a screen on Simmons. Harris kicks to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. And here's Millsap from the arc. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Payton dishes to Simmons. And stolen by Murray. Harris drives in. Pass to Jokic. Beyond the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Payton outside. Vucevic against Jokic. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but just shouldn't miss that.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true. And here the defense does a very poor job of matching up. You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
Now here's Payton. It's deflected.
Man, he's missing those kind of good looks. His team is in some serious trouble.
There's the feed to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Shot off the screen. It's hauled in by Gordon. Millsap passes to Jokic, and the basket is good. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
Great for this offense to get Jokic involved in terms of scoring. We know he can pass, but right now, dropping some J's.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Amazing to think about where Paul Millsap's game has come throughout the course of his career. I remember that the first season for him in Utah, just shooting 3 3-pointers. Now he's to the point where he's averaging close to about 250 throws from the three-point line. So his skill at that forward spot on full display in today's NBA.
The Magic trail by 19. Payton kicks to Gordon. Ross against Chandler. Passes to Simmons. Hits it from three-point range. And Millsap has become vastly superior as a shooter and playmaker.
Well, coming into the league and being drafted by Utah, he was an effort player. Those efforts have paid off. First ever player, Kevin, to lead the NCAA in rebounding for 3 straight seasons at that size, and now one of the league's most coveted and skilled big men on both ends of the floor.
Jokic, no good.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
.137 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Murray kicks to Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Payton outside. Simmons on the wing. Payton dishes to Simmons. Simmons missing again. The Nuggets leading by 14.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Denver.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jokic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
They grabbed their own miss, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Denver with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. The Nuggets with another miss. Simmons inside the line. Can't connect. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some, and what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open, but some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.